Welcome back to OsteoUp Online. We're going to get right into it today. We've got our tie 4 in our standard position with both loops on our hands, loops on our feet, and we're just going to take a deep breath in and reach up as we inhale and exhale down. Good. We're just going to get some blood moving. Inhale up, exhale down. And one more time, take a deep breath in and really reach against the bungees and push the bungees away. Very good. Now, I want you to make sure that your feet are hip distance apart. So that's a tiny bit different than what you're used to standing. You want to make sure that there's equal distance between your toes and your heels so that the hips are being lined up by our feet. Okay? So we're going to grab onto the bungees at our hips. And I have to readjust my feet every so often so the bands can move, and you want to do that. So I'm going to get my hands right here, take a deep breath. As I exhale, I'm going to forward and away. And just open up the chest. Good. Bring it back in. Inhale. Exhale, push it forward and away. Breathe all the way out. Inhale back in. Now, I want you to inhale. Exhale. Now on the inhale, we're going to push forward and away. And then exhale while you're still out there. Now inhale, holding, and exhale back in. So we're giving a little bit longer on the stretching portion. So inhale, exhale. As you inhale, we're going to push it forward and away. And inhale here. And exhale and bring it closed. Take a breath and shake it out. You're feeling it in your chest right here. We're trying to open this up, open up the throat a little bit so that we can use our lungs and break all that tightness that's up here in our chest. All right, we're going to do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Open it up, exhale here. Inhale. And exhale and bring it down. Good. Now take your bungees at your hips, grab onto either side. We're going to take your left bungee and just push it all the way down until you feel your head just kind of hanging over. You feeling that stretch. Go all the way down your neck, down to your hip, and breathing. Inhale. Exhale, take your other bungee and pull yourself up and over, all the way over to the other side. Again, let your head just hang. Try not to lean forward or back. You want to imagine that you're in between two panes of glass. I know I say that all the time, but that's kind of what you want to feel like. Inhale, exhale, pull it up and over, and just letting the bungee do the work. Good. Breathing is so good. Inhale. Exhale, up and over one more time. You might get a pop here and there in your back. I know I just did. And that's really good because that means things are moving that aren't used to moving. Inhale, exhale, take the bungee, pull yourself back up to neutral, pull out the bungees, and just give yourself a little twist. Very good. All right, now I would like you to bring your feet almost together. Okay, so this is kind of in an uncomfortable position because we're used to standing with our feet kind of out to one side or a little wider. I've got probably about 3 or 4 inches in between my toes. I'm going to grab onto my bungees at my hips and I'm just going to open up just a little bit to make sure I keep those shoulder blades down in the back. And I'm going to go up and down on my toes. Just up and down, real simple. I know you're saying, oh, simple for you. Actually, this one's kind of rough for me today. You can see my ankles are kind of wobbling each time I go up, but I'm working really hard, doing it pretty slow. The faster you go, the less muscle control you get. So you want to go nice and slowly, up and down. You're going to feel this in the back of your legs, like in that calf area. You're also going to feel it up here in your inner thighs and a little bit in your abdominal muscles and in your back. So once again, we're doing a little tiny movement. Right, tiny, but it's tensing up the whole body at one time. So we're really working, it's a whole body workout. Good, we're gonna do 2 more here and keep breathing as you go up and down, up and down. Good, I know your arms are feeling it too. Yeah, that's a good thing. And do up and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good, go ahead and shake that out. Give your knees a little break there. Now that we get the blood pumping, and I know you did that. I know you did that 5-second hold. So we're gonna do that one more time. You're not gonna know when I'm gonna do it. So, you know, it's all good. Make sure your toes are not tensed up. Make sure your hips are nice and smooth. And we're gonna take the bungees at our hips and just push them out to the sides. And that just feels so good when it pulls those shoulder blades back together in the back. We really want to keep the shoulder blades together in the back. As you go along, you're gonna feel yourself wanna go like that. Realign, it's okay. You don't have to hold it the same way every time. So again, we've got our feet a little bit more close together than what we're used to, and we're just gonna go up and down. Just real simple, slow, controlled movement. And think about, if you think this is difficult, which you might, I mean, like I said, you see my ankles are kind of wobbly today. Think about getting a spice off that top counter or a plate off of the top shelf in the kitchen. You kind of just do that automatically. Well, here we're doing it in a slow, controlled manner so that when you're doing it in the real world, that it kind of just becomes second nature and you're less likely to lose that balance because you're just, it's there. All right, keep breathing as you're doing this. And one more. Good, and we're gonna go up and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Very good. Now I know the backs of your legs are screaming at you all the way down into that middle of your foot. So bring your feet together, take your bungees at your hips, bring them across, fold your hands, bring your feet all the way in together, and just let your knees go over your toes just enough so that you feel a nice stretch in the back of your calves. Now, we don't want to put a whole lot of pressure on those knees, so we're going to release it, and we'll do it again. Good, and breathe. And I know that feels so good down the back of your thighs, back of your calves. Good, one more time. Inhale. Now this time as you exhale, you shift the weight back to your heels and then come back up to standing and shake it all out. Nice. Your legs are feeling used, aren't they? Good. We're going to use them just a little bit more. All right, so I'm going to take our feet wider this time. We're going to take the bungees at the sides. We're going to bring them in and hold them together. Okay, now I am just adjusting. When I go up on my toes like that, I'm adjusting the way that the loops are wrapped around my feet. If you're in your shoes, you may or may not need to do this, but just get yourself to where you feel comfortable that there's equal tension all around the bungees, okay? We're gonna take a deep breath, and as we exhale, we're gonna stick our bottom back, put our weight into our heels, and just lower down, keeping some tension on your bungees. And hold it there for 5, 4, breathe, 2, 1, and come back up to standing. Very good. Now you saw my hips wiggling. I'm going to do it again. We're going to stick our weight in our heels. Inhale, exhale, lower your bottom. I've got my wiggle in there. That just kind of tells me that I'm at where I want to be. Slightly pulling the bungee and breathe for 5, 4, 3, keep breathing, 1, and push it back up. Good, shake it out a little bit, just a little. And we're gonna do it one more time. Put your weight into your heels, stick your bottom back, take a deep breath, exhale as you lower just a tiny bit more this time. Push that bungee a little further out to give you a little bit more stability. And hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, Exhale and pull yourself back up. Very nice. Shake that out. Very good. How you feeling? Feeling used? Feeling the blood pumping a little bit? Great. All right. We're going to take our feet a little bit wider this time. We're going to turn our toes out to the corners of the room. Automatically, you feel that bottom squeeze, don't you? Right? So turn your toes back and the bottom kind of unsqueezes. Now, turn the toes out and that bottom is squeezing to keep you in place. Automatically pushes your hips forward, kind of makes you feel a little bit taller. So that's a really good thing. I want you to kind of get comfortable where you are right now. Breathe. And we're going to take our bungees at our hips. And we're just going to slide it out to the sides. Oh, wow. You feel it pulling down right here. It's just a lovely, lovely little stretch. And it goes all the way up the side of your neck into your ears, right? So we're just pushing it, kind of pushing more than pulling, straight down to the sides. Good. Now, I want you to push it out and away. Take your fingers, bring them together with lots of tension on the bungee, keeping that bottom squeezed, and open it back up. And just keep all that tension really tight. There's a slight bend in your knees, all the way to your heels, except for the little tiny bit of moral support balance that you get from your toes. And you're just taking your hands in and out. Good. Isn't that good? Now, if this is getting too much for you at this point, because I know it's a lot of work, you may hit the pause button. You can just stop and take a break and then come right back in. You're feeling this across your chest and in your upper shoulder area. We're just going to do 2 more right here. Good, nice. And do it and make sure you're breathing. Breathing is good. Open it back up. Release the bungee slowly and shake it all out. Kind of do the hokey pokey. I'm in a mood today. All right, so we're going to do a little bit more of that, but we're going to kind of add on, so it's not quite the same thing, but it's similar. So I've got my feet wide again, so my bottom is squeezed, my hips are tucked under, my knees are soft, my shoulders are back and relaxed. I've got my bungee out to keep my shoulder blades down, and now I'm going to sink down into it. And as I push up through my heels, I'm going to bring my hands together, right? And I'm going to push it back out. That kind of feels counterintuitive. Don't lock your knees at the top like I just did. Do as I say, not as I do. No, I'm just kidding. Keep your bottom squeezed. Good. Hold your arms together and relax your shoulders. And shake your legs, your hips, without moving your feet too much, okay? I know I'm asking a lot of you today, but that's okay. We always need a good workout once in a while, don't we? All right, now we're going to go back out, but we're going to go down. And this time, we're going to squeeze it together when we come up. Didn't we just do that? We just did it. We're going to do the opposite. So up, and squeeze. Up and fingers together. I'm allowed to get excited every once in a while. Confused. Backwards. That's the word I was looking for. Oh. I know you're having fun. I hope you're having fun. And squeeze it. And push through the heels and shake it out and let it go. All right, we've done a whole lot of work on this front area. We're going to turn it around a little bit and do some work on the back area, which gives this front area a little bit of a break. So what you're going to do, feet are actually a little wider than hip width at this point, so it's about shoulder width. You're going to take your thumbs and you're going to grab the bungee with your thumbs. And you're just going to push backwards. And again, open up the chest, breathing, feeling that big stretch going all the way down your torso. Down, you might even feel it going down to your waist, through your belly button. Good. And release. Inhale. Exhale. Push straight back. It may not look like I'm doing a whole lot, but I feel like I'm doing a whole lot. So if you don't feel like you're pushing and making lots of movement, that is understandable because I don't feel like I'm doing lots of movement, but I'm getting a lot of stretching. Good. And last time. And keep your legs and your hips and everything nice and solid, and your toes are flexible. And release. Shake out your arms. Take the bungees at your sides. Okay, get your feet all lined up. Remember, the heels and toes are still parallel. So every once in a while, you want to look down and see, oh, my feet have moved out. Bring them back to the center. Okay, so arms are going to be straight, elbows. Pinkies are going to go out towards the wall. You're going to pull it away, and you're just going to give a little pulse. So at this point, we're pulsing, and we're going to put the weight into our heels, soften our knees, tuck our hips under, make sure the shoulders are down in the back. You see my chin corrected as soon as I did that? You should do the same. And you're breathing. I'm breathing heavy. I don't know if y'all are. I'm sweating, but that's nothing new. That just seems to be how things are these days. And I'm starting to feel my shoulders. So I'm going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it out, take a deep breath, exhale and release and shake it out. Good. Keep your legs where they're at, grab the bungees from underneath, stick them on your thighs, yeah, at your hips. We're going to glue our elbows to our ribs, bungees go out, and we're just going to lift up and lower. Good. Up and lower. And when you get to the top, we're getting to the point now that we've exhausted some muscles, and there's might be a little bit of shake going on at the top. That's actually a really good thing. Muscle shaking is muscles trying to work and trying to figure out what to do in order to make this move happen. So don't freak out if you're trembling at the top. If you don't like it, if it's uncomfortable, don't go quite as high, okay? Because we're just trying to do these little slow controlled movements here. Good. And 4, weights in your heels, hips are tucked under. That's 2, I think. And breathe, last one. And shake it out. Shake it out. That's a lot of tension on those elbows. That's really good because we don't tend to work our elbows very much. We use them a whole lot, but we don't really put them through some intentional stress. So that's a good thing. All right, so we're going to loosen up our arms. We're just going to do some windmill. So up and around, up and around. So what you're doing is you're bringing your left arm up. You're going to turn your body, look at the back wall, and bring it down. And right arm up. Turn your body, look at the back wall, and bring it down. For me, I'm able to follow these shadows on this really cool curtain thing that I've got back here. And it's really good to watch the whole thing happening. Inhale, exhale. Imagine your breath being a circle with your body. Don't make yourself dizzy. Good. Bring your arms out to the sides. And we're going to bring it in and open it up. Inhale. Exhale, bring it in and open up. Now make sure that your arms are nice and straight. So inhale, exhale as you bring it in. So you're feeling your body physically having to push against the bungee when you bring your hands together in the front. Exhale. Inhale, open. Relax. Shake it out just a little bit. Arms up to the sides. And we're going to lift straight up. As close as you can get your thumbs together. And then come back out to the sides. Good. Inhale up. Try to go as straight up as you possibly can. Really reach. And out to the sides. Inhale up. and reach, and exhale. One more, inhale up, and exhale all the way down, and shake out those arms. Very, very nice. All right, so I want to go back to the legs for just a few minutes. I want to really concentrate on these balancing areas of the feet. So we did the up and down with just the toes in like regular position. So this time we're going to turn our toes out with our heels at the same place that they were when we were just going straight up and down. So the heels are only about 3 or 4 inches apart, right? We're going to take the bungee at the sides and we're going to bring them in this time. And we're just going to relax the bungees on our waist, okay? This is going to give your arms a nice little break. And we're going to go up and hold it and down and relax, sort of. Up and hold it and down. Now, when you go down, I don't want you to flop because we'll do that later. But right now, I just want it slow, controlled, up and hold it and down. Think about it. Up, thinking and breathing, and down. What? I know, it's crazy. Up and hold it and down and one more. You can do it. I know you can. Up and hold it and hold it and hold it and come back down. Very nice, very nice. Shake that all out. I don't think you can see. My dog is laying here. She's just looking at me like, hey. She acts like she owns the place. All right, I want your feet wide. I want you to take your arms up and reach. And exhale down. This is just gentle. Inhale up. Grab your fingers together. Push the sky away as you exhale. Inhale up. And reach even further as you come out. Oh, that's so nice. All right, let your hands drop out of the bungees. We're going to inhale up. Look up at the sky. See your fingers are nice and wide. Reach as high up as you can. Flip your hands forward and take your elbows and scrape that back wall. And breathe. If you need to breathe more than I'm telling you, you breathe the way you need to breathe. Oxygen coming in and out is just so good. You do what your body needs you to do. And we're going to do this one more time. Inhale up. Reach, flip it, exhale. And feel the going through the back as you do that. Very nice. I want you to take your Thai fork and undo it at your chest and let it fall to the floor behind you. And you're going to take your left hand and take it straight out. Bring it across. Take your right hand, push up against your elbow and bring it back towards your chin. And you're going to feel that stretching in all kinds of different areas that you had no idea could stretch. And you want to make sure that your hips are staying stable so that your whole body isn't turning. Sometimes I kind of feel like I'm pushing my opposite hip forward. And breathe. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Bend your elbow and pull down towards you. Oh, that feels so good in those places that we just worked really hard today. You did great. You showed up. You pressed play. So that's the great thing. All right, shake that arm out. Reach straight up to the top of the ceiling. Grab like you're grabbing the back of your tag. Take your other hand and push up against your elbow and get that nice stretch in your tricep. Again, if you can pull it across, do that. I get a good enough stretch doing it like this, so I'm just happy. Now, when you're here, if you want a little bit more, you can kind of do a side bend, and you'll feel it go all the way down to the side. If you want to just get your little arm stretched, your arm, just do the arm stretch. It's all good as long as you're breathing. Good. Inhale, exhale, and shake it out. All right, other hand. out in front, bring it across, take your left hand, push up against your elbow and bring it back towards you. Oh, and breathe. And enjoy the way this feels. I do. Good. Inhale. Exhale, bend the elbow, bring it down towards your chest. Didn't realize I was giving myself a hug. All right, you feeling that right up in here? That's good. All right, that hand goes straight up to the ceiling. Grab back like the tag of your shirt. Take your other hand, once again, push up against that elbow. Feel that nice big stretch down the side. And breathe. Now, one more time. If you want to bring it across, you can. If you want to bend into it, you can. Or if you want to just take that little stretch right here, fine with me. Good. Inhale. Exhale and shake it all. Inhale up. Exhale, push it way around. Good. Inhale up. Exhale down. And give yourself a pat on the back. Y'all worked hard. That was a good, fast, hard workout. Now, if you really like this, give yourself a break for a couple minutes and then come back and do it again. Or come back and do it again later on during the day. You'll feel it tomorrow, but as long as you're doing those little extra stretches in between, there should be no problem. But if you want to do this again, this is not the only thing that you're allowed to do. You can do this as many times as you want. So have a great day, and I'll see you again at OsteoUp Online.